This is a video recording of a report made for the reporting of the identity theft and fraud of someone using the name of my marriage license for my spouse, the name of my spouse, of my marriage license. Has been used for some other reasons that I did not agree with, and someone did something wrong, and this is evidence of me making a report of someone using the name April Rashawn Williams for money and income, and somebody said something about they used the name for loans and money and accounts that were not for me or the marriage or any of me and my spouse as a married couple benefiting from. And they say that it's wrong for a person to do that stuff because being married, I am supposed to be reaping the benefits of being married instead of someone else using my marriage license, name, and identity of my spouse for reasons that I do not benefit from at all, and for reasons that my spouse being married with me is not benefiting to the marriage. They say those are crimes because the marriage license identity is, they say, joint property of me and my spouse of my marriage license, and that making a report about this is evidence of me showing my concern for the identity of my marriage licensed spouse. Because if someone has been using her credit information and financial information and her name and her identity for reasons that are not part of being married with me, being part of it, then it is wrong, because being married means me being a husband doing what I'm supposed to do and making these reports, and it means my spouse being a spouse and making sure me being her husband gets credit for being married. Meaning, if I needed to get a car or an apartment, or if I needed money and stuff, then being married, being helpers one to another, they say, my wife is supposed to be helping me the same way I am helping her with her identity of showing that I made a report about someone seems to be falsely using her identity. And since her identity is part of the marriage license identity, and the marriage license is part of my identity, when someone who is not my marriage license spouse has been using my marriage license identity, and then when they have been using her identity, it's the same thing as using my identity. And since I did not approve of them using my identity, then it is a crime, because using the identity of the marriage license, whether it's me or my spouse, means that me and my spouse has the same marriage license as a form of identity. And if someone was using my marriage license identity of my spouse, and I don't want them doing it, I don't want them using the marriage identity of my spouse, then this report is evidence of me saying that those people were not supposed to be using the marriage license identity of my spouse. Because if I needed to go to the bank, or if I needed to take out a loan, or if I needed for marriage to use her identity for me, or my identity for her, if someone else was using those identities, then it means someone else was causing problems for a marriage and not supposed to be doing any of it. So this is evidence of me making a video, because the same name my marriage license says as being my marriage license spouse is the same name that a birth certificate of August 31st, 2004 has, and a birth certificate of July 18th of 2006 has, and a birth certificate of October 6th, 2008 has. And they say it means that if someone was using loans or money or accounts from my marriage license identities and using those accounts without me approving of it. And then I said, no, it's not supposed to be happening like that. So someone did something wrong. And this is evidence of me making a report. And there's a date and a report number from the police of Macon, Georgia, Bibb County Police Department, which is evidence of me making a complaint about someone using the identity of my marriage license for reasons that me and the spouse of my marriage license do not want them using those identities for the bad stuff those people have been doing.